Hello and Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Muhammad Ali. I am student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus, level 1 student. So do interview with ChatGPT. My interview topic is all right. So let's start. Hello ChatGPT. Hello ChatGPT. ChatGPT, can you hear me?
I'm here to help you. Yes, I can hear you. How can I help you today?
Okay, ChatGPT, my first question for you is how do you feel today? Are you alright?
I'm here and ready to help. How can I assist you today?
ChatGPT, my first question for you is how do you feel today? Are you alright?
I'm here and ready to help. What can I do for you today?
Okay, ChatGPT, my second question for you is what do you say when someone asks, are you alright?
You can simply say, I'm fine, thank you, or I'm doing well, thanks for asking. It depends on how you feel. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Okay, ChatGPT, good answer. And my next question for you is can you be sad and still say, I am alright? Give me long and proper answer.
Absolutely. You can still say, I'm all right, even if you're feeling sad. Sometimes we might not want to share our feelings, or we might be trying to stay strong for ourselves or others. It's okay to acknowledge that you're not feeling your best while still expressing that you're managing. Everyone has moments like this, and it's a part of being human. If you ever need someone to talk to, it's always okay to reach out for support.
Okay, ChatGPT, good answer. And my next question for you is do you say, I am alright when you are happy? Give me long and proper answer.
Yes, you can say, I'm all right, even when you're happy. It's a versatile phrase that can be used in many situations. Sometimes, when you're feeling happy, you might choose to say, I'm all right, as a simple, casual response to show that you're okay or that everything is fine. It's a way to express contentment without going into too much detail. However, if you're feeling joyful and want to share your happiness more explicitly, you might choose to say something like, I'm great, or I'm feeling fantastic. It's all about how you feel and how you want to express yourself in that moment.
Okay, ChatGPT, great answer. And my next question for you is
Help.
ChatGPT, my question for you is why do people say I am alright even if they are not? Please give me long and proper answer.
People might say, I'm all right, even when they're not, for several reasons. One common reason is to avoid worrying others. They might not want to make others feel concerned or uncomfortable. Another reason could be to protect their own privacy. They might not feel ready to open up about their struggles or emotions. Additionally, some people might say, I'm all right, as a way to stay strong or appear resilient, even if they are struggling inside. It can also be a cultural or social norm to respond this way, as people often feel pressure to appear okay. It's important to remember that everyone has their own way of coping with challenges, and saying I'm all right doesn't always reflect their true feelings. If you ever feel this way, it's okay to reach out for support and talk to someone you trust.
Okay, ChatGPT, great answer. And my next question for you is have you ever said I am alright but felt bad? Give me long and proper answer.
I don't have personal experiences or feelings, but I understand that many people sometimes say, I'm all right, even when they're not feeling their best. It can be really common to do this, especially when people want to protect others from worrying about them or when they feel it's easier to keep their emotions to themselves. Saying, I'm all right, can sometimes be a way to keep interactions light or to avoid discussing difficult feelings. It's important to remember that it's okay to express how you truly feel. Sometimes, opening up to someone you trust can be really helpful. Everyone goes through tough times, and seeking support can make a big difference. If you ever feel like you're not okay, it's important to reach out to someone you trust or seek professional help. Encouraging others to open up can be really comforting. To feel all right, people often find them. Common friend, family member, or therapist can be really comforting. 2. Practicing self-care. Doing things you enjoy, like reading, exercising, or spending time in nature, can help improve your mood. 3. Mindfulness or relaxation techniques. Activities like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga can reduce stress. 4. Maintaining a routine. Keeping a regular schedule can provide a sense of stability. Everyone is different, so it's important to find what works best for you.
Okay, ChatGPT, great answer. And my next question for you is, what do you feel? Sorry, my next question for you is, who makes you feel alright when you are sad? Give me long and proper answer.
When people feel sad, different individuals or things can help them feel better. For some, talking to a close friend or family member can provide comfort and support. Friends and family often offer a listening ear, understanding, and encouragement, which can make a big difference. Others might find solace in spending time with pets, as animals can provide companionship and unconditional love. Engaging in hobbies or activities they enjoy, such as reading, painting, or playing sports, can also lift their spirits. Sometimes, being in nature or taking a walk can have a calming effect and help clear the mind. For some, engaging in relaxation techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga can bring a sense of peace and help them feel more centered. Everyone is unique, and what works for one person might not work for another. It's important to find what brings comfort and healing and to reach out for support when needed.
Okay, ChatGPT, thanks for your answer. And my next question for you is, do hugs help you feel alright? Long and proper answer, please.
Yes, hugs can be very comforting and help people feel better. Physical touch, like a hug, can release oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This hormone can promote feelings of bonding, reduce stress, and create a sense of security and comfort. Hugs can also have psychological benefits. They can convey empathy, support, and understanding, making people feel less alone in their struggles. When you receive a hug, it can create a moment of connection and reassurance, helping to lift your mood and provide comfort. Of course, not everyone is comfortable with physical touch, and that's perfectly okay. It's important to respect personal boundaries and preferences. For those who appreciate it, a hug can be a simple yet powerful way to show care and support.
Okay, ChatGPT, very great answer. And my next question for you is, what food makes you feel alright?
Food can have a big impact on how we feel, both physically and emotionally. Comfort foods, which are often associated with positive memories or feelings, can be especially soothing. For many, foods like warm soup, mac and cheese, or a favorite homemade dish can bring comfort. Healthy foods can also play a role in helping us feel better. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins provide essential nutrients that support overall well-being and energy levels. Sometimes, a special treat or a favorite snack can lift our mood. The key is to find balance and enjoy foods that make you feel good, both physically and emotionally. It's important to listen to your body and choose foods that nourish and energize you.
Okay, ChatGPT, very great answer. And my next question for you is, what do you say if a friend falls down?
If a friend falls down, you can say something like, "Are you okay?" or "Do you need help?" It's important to show concern and
I'm sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice. You can switch to standard now to keep chatting.
Okay, viewers, we switch our voice. So, switch. Okay, let's get started. Okay, ChatGPT, my question for you is what do you say if a friend falls down? Give me long and proper answer.
अगर आपका दोस्त गिरा है, तो सबसे पहले आपको उनसे ये पूछना चाहिए, क्या तुम ठीक हो?
Please,
या
ChatGPT.
क्या तुम्हें मदद चाहिए?
ChatGPT, start.
आपका ख्याल रखना और उनकी मदद करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। अगर वो
ChatGPT, please
ज़ख्मी
speak
महसूस
English.
करते हैं, तो फ़ौरन उन्हें आराम करने की
Okay, ChatGPT, my question for you is what do you say if a friend falls down? Give me long and proper answer.
If a friend falls down, your reaction should show both concern and care. First, check if they're okay physically. You could ask, "Are you all right? Can you move?" to see if they're injured or in pain. It's important to stay calm so they don't feel more distressed. If they seem hurt or need help, offer assistance. You could say, "Let me help you up," or "Should I call someone for you?" If they're unable to get up on their own, don't force them to stand, especially if you suspect they might have injured themselves. Instead, make sure they stay in a safe position and, if necessary, call for help or emergency services. Sometimes your friend might not be seriously injured, but might feel embarrassed or frustrated. In that case, you could reassure them with something like, "It's okay, accidents happen," and make sure they feel supported. Offering to help them with anything they need, like getting up slowly or checking if they're feeling okay, can show you care. After that, it's good to ask if they want to take a break or if there's anything you can do for them. Offering a comforting word like, "Take your time," or "You're doing great," can help ease any discomfort they might be feeling emotionally, especially if they're shaken up by the fall. Ultimately, your main goal should be to make sure they're okay both physically and emotionally, and to provide the support they need in the moment.
Okay, ChatGPT. Very great answer. And my next question for you is if someone cries, do you ask, are you alright?
Thank you for your kind words. If someone is crying, it's important to be gentle and sensitive in how you approach them. Asking, "Are you all right?" can be a good start, but it's best to be mindful of how they might feel in that moment. Sometimes, crying isn't about being physically hurt, but more about emotional pain. Instead of directly asking if they're all right, you could start with something like, "I can see you're upset." Instead, "Do you want to talk about it?" This opens the door for them to share how they're feeling without putting too much pressure on them to answer if they're okay. If they don't want to talk or seem too overwhelmed, let them know you're there for them by saying, "I'm here if you need anything," or "Take your time, I'm here for you." Your reassurance that you care can help them feel more comfortable in expressing themselves, whether they want to talk or just need a moment of silence. It's important to approach the situation with empathy and let the person know they're not alone, regardless of whether they want to share or not. Sometimes just offering a comforting presence can be exactly what they need.
Okay, ChatGPT, very good answer. And my next question for you is it kind to ask people if they are alright? Give me long and proper answer.
Thank you. I'm glad you found the answer helpful. Now, about asking people if they're all right. Yes, it can absolutely be kind to ask someone if they're all right, but it really depends on the context and how you approach it. Asking someone if they're okay can be expressing that you're listening and are paying attention to their emotional or physical state. It lets the person know that you're noticing if they're if something seems off, and you're there to offer support if needed. However, it's important to be mindful of a few things when you ask. For instance, the tone of your voice, the timing, and how you follow up are all factors that determine whether the question is perceived as kind or not. If someone seems upset, anxious, or in pain, asking them, "Are you all right?" can be a
अबे
simple yet
तुम्हारी अम्मी
effective
का वो
way
आ
to
गया
express concern. But it's
लैपटॉप
best to ask in a
बाजार
soft,
में
gentle way without sounding rushed or judgmental. If you're too quick or too
वही सब सही
casual,
इधर बाहर
they
क्यों
might
बैठी हुई
feel like you
चौकीदार
aren't
की
truly
तरह
interested in their feelings, even if you mean well. On the other hand, when someone is emotionally overwhelmed, they may not always feel ready to answer the question or may not know how to express what they're going through. In such cases, you can still be kind by asking a more open ended question, like, "I can see something's bothering you. Do you want to talk about it? Or I'm here if you need anything." Sometimes people may not want to admit they're struggling, so giving them the space to decide whether or not they want to share can make them feel more comfortable. Also, it's important to pay attention to their body language and emotional cues. If they seem closed off or don't want to engage, it might be best to respect their space and let them know you're there when they're ready to talk. It's about balancing empathy with respect for their boundaries. Ultimately, asking someone if they're all right shows that you care, but it's also about how you follow up and provide support. Being sincere and thoughtful in your approach will always make it a kind gesture. It's not just the question itself, but the attitude you convey along with it that matters. Showing genuine concern and offering help can go a long way in making someone feel seen and supported.
Okay, ChatGPT, good answer. And my next question for you is how can you help someone feel all right?
Thank you for the positive feedback. Helping someone feel all right or better, especially when they're struggling emotionally or physically, can involve a few thoughtful steps. It's about offering support in a way that makes them feel understood, cared for, and not alone. Here are a few ways to help someone feel better. One, listen actively. Sometimes just listening can be incredibly healing. Let them talk without interrupting and show that you're really hearing them by nodding, maintaining eye contact, or offering small words of encouragement like, "I understand," or "That must be tough." People often feel better simply because someone took the time to listen to them. Two, offer emotional support. If someone is upset, acknowledging their feelings can make them feel validated. Saying something like, "It's okay to feel this way," or "I can imagine that must be really hard," can make them feel less isolated in their emotions. Reassure them that it's okay not to be okay sometimes. Three, provide comfort. Physical gestures, like offering a hug if they're comfortable with it, holding their hand, or just sitting with them, can offer a sense of security. If they're not physically hurt but emotionally drained, these small acts of kindness can make a big difference. Four, give them space. Sometimes people just need a little time to process their emotions. If they don't want to talk or need some quiet time, respect that. Let them know you're there for them when they're ready to talk. Offering your presence without pressure can help them feel safe and not alone. Five, distract them gently. If the person is ready to move on from their emotions for a while, you might suggest doing something together to take their mind off things. This could be a simple activity like watching a movie, taking a walk, or doing something that relaxes them. Sometimes a gentle distraction can offer a break from overwhelming feelings. Six, offer practical help. If someone is physically unwell or facing a tough situation, offering help with practical tasks can take the burden off them. Whether it's running an errand, making them a cup of tea, or helping them with their work, these actions can show you care and want to make their day easier. Seven, be patient. Healing, whether physical or emotional, takes time. People might not feel all right immediately, and that's okay. Being patient and letting them know it's a process can provide them with the reassurance they need to move through their feelings at their own pace. Eight, encourage self care. Sometimes helping someone feel better involves encouraging them to take care of themselves. Gently suggesting things like resting, eating nourishing food, or engaging in a relaxing activity can promote healing and well being. The key to helping someone feel all right is showing empathy, offering kindness, and being there for them in the way they need. It's important to be responsive to their cues, whether they want a listening ear, a comforting gesture, or time alone, and to respect their feelings and boundaries.
Okay, ChatGPT, very, very great answer. And my next question for you is what does it mean if someone says it's alright?
Thank you for your kind words. When someone says, it's all right, it can have a few different meanings depending on the situation and the tone in which it's said. One, reassurance. Often, it's all right is used to reassure someone. If someone is apologizing or expressing worry about something, saying, it's all right, can mean that everything is fine, there's no need to worry, or that there are no hard feelings. For example, if a person accidentally bumps into you and says sorry, you might respond with, it's all right, to let them know it wasn't a big deal. Two, acceptance. It can also express that a situation is acceptable even if it's not ideal. For instance, if someone says they're feeling a bit down but will be okay, you might say, it's all right, to acknowledge their feelings and show understanding without making it feel like a huge issue. Three, comfort. If someone is upset, saying it's all right can be a comforting phrase. It's meant to calm them down, letting them know that things are going to be okay, even if they're not perfect right now. Four, neutral response. Sometimes when someone says, it's all right, it can be a neutral or casual response to a situation. They might not be fully satisfied with how things turned out, but they're not overly upset either. It's a way of saying, I can deal with it, or it's okay, even though it's not great. Five, deflecting or downplaying. In some cases, it's all right can be used to downplay something that may have caused discomfort or inconvenience. For example, if someone asks, are you okay? After an embarrassing situation, the response, it's all right, could mean they don't want to talk about it or make a bigger deal of it than necessary. So the meaning really depends on the context and how it's said, whether it's about reassuring someone, accepting something, offering comfort, or simply downplaying a situation. It's a phrase that communicates a sense of calm or understanding.
Okay, ChatGPT, thanks for your
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, ChatGPT, thanks for your answers and we end our
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help with your questions. I hope the webinar went well. If you ever need anything else, feel free to reach out. Take care.
Okay, ChatGPT, take care too. So, here, this is our ChatGPT interview. I hope you like it. Like, subscribe, and share, and take care.